You can begin now by allowing your body to settle into whatever position feels most natural to you. There is no right way to do this. There is nothing to achieve. Just let yourself be supported by whatever surface is beneath you, noticing that it is already holding your weight without asking anything in return. If it feels comfortable, you can gently allow your eyes to close. And if they prefer to remain slightly open for a few moments longer, that is completely fine. There is no need to rush the transition. Nothing here requires speed. Take a quiet moment to notice the weight of your body. Not to analyze it. Not to improve it. Just to notice it. The simple pull of gravity. The steadiness of the surface beneath you. The way your muscles no longer need to brace or carry anything at all. You do not need to hold yourself upright right now. You do not need to anticipate what comes next. You do not need to respond to anything. This is a temporary suspension of responsibility. Allow your shoulders to shift slightly if they need to. Let your hands move into a position that feels more neutral. Let your jaw unclench. Let the tongue rest comfortably without pressing. Even the small muscles around your eyes can soften. There is no expression required. Your breathing does not need to change, but you may notice it beginning to lengthen slightly on its own. Not because you force it, but because the body recognizes that this moment is quieter than the rest of the day. The room is steady. The environment is predictable. And this time belongs entirely to you. Nothing is expected of you now. Throughout the day, your system remains alert in subtle ways. Even when you are not consciously stressed, there are layers of monitoring happening beneath awareness. Small calculations. Micro adjustments. Continuous scanning for what might be needed next. Tonight, that scanning can slow. There is nothing new entering this environment that requires evaluation. No urgent decision waiting to be made. No immediate demand pressing against you. Your nervous system can begin to shift from outward focus to inward restoration. You may notice a subtle heaviness forming in your arms, or perhaps a warmth spreading through your chest or legs. These are small signs that the body is reallocating energy away from vigilance and toward repair. You do not need to accelerate this process. It has its own rhythm. If thoughts appear, let them remain in the background. They do not need elimination. They only need less participation. You can observe them the way you might notice distant traffic far away. Present, but not relevant. The day has already happened. It cannot be adjusted tonight. Tomorrow has not yet begun. It does not need preparation right now. This moment is neutral. Stable. Sufficient. Let awareness drift slowly to the top of your head. Notice the scalp, the forehead, the subtle muscles that often hold expression even when no one is watching. Allow the forehead to smooth slightly. Let the space between the eyebrows widen just a fraction. The eyes can rest more deeply in their sockets. The cheeks soften. The jaw loosens another small degree. There is no need to hold any expression for anyone. Bring awareness to the neck and throat. Notice if there is any subtle holding there. If there is, you do not need to force it to disappear. Just let gravity do some of the work. The shoulders can drop naturally. The arms grow heavier. Elbows resting. Wrists loose. Fingers without agenda. Bring attention to the chest. The gentle rise. The fall. Breathing happens on its own. You do not need to manage its rhythm. The stomach softens. The lower back supported. The hips widening slightly into the surface beneath you. Thighs heavy. Knees neutral. Calves resting. Feet warm or comfortably cool. Toes uncurling without intention. There is nothing in this moment that requires guarding. Nothing that requires performance. Nothing that requires correction. Sometimes the body carries more than physical tension. It carries unfinished thoughts. Conversations replaying. Tiny unresolved fragments from the day. Tonight, none of those fragments require a resolution. If something unfinished surfaces, you can quietly tell yourself, not now. Tomorrow will be sufficient. You are not ignoring it. You are postponing it. And postponing is enough. You do not need to solve your entire life tonight. You only need to rest. Whatever weight you have been holding can be set down temporarily. You are allowed to put it beside you for now. It will still exist tomorrow if necessary. But tonight is not for solving. Tonight is for restoration. As the body grows heavier, the sense of time may begin to soften. Minutes may pass without clear measurement. Sentences may blur slightly at the edges. You may drift in and out of listening. That is not failure. That is transition. There is no requirement to remain sharply attentive. In fact, sharp attention is no longer useful. You are permitted to drift. If awareness narrows, that is natural. If awareness widens and then fades again, that is natural. If sleep arrives gradually, that is natural. If it arrives suddenly, that is natural. Nothing about this process needs control. Now imagine that the body is settling one layer deeper into the surface beneath you. Not physically sinking, but releasing any final micro-adjustments. Breathing steady. Heartbeat consistent. Muscles quiet. Thoughts thinning. Even the effort of listening can soften. The words no longer need analysis. They can simply pass through. You may begin to notice small gaps in thought. Tiny spaces where nothing is happening. Those spaces can grow. Without effort. Without force. The system recognizes safety. And when safety is present long enough, sleep follows. You do not need to chase sleep. You do not need to earn it. You do not need to prove that you deserve it. Sleep arrives when the body feels secure enough. And security is here. Stillness is here. Permission is here. The day is complete. The night is allowed. You can let go. And then, let go a little further. And then further still. Breathing gentle. Body heavy. Thoughts lighter. There may still be a faint awareness listening. That is okay. It does not interfere with rest. Some part of you has spent years staying alert, staying ready, staying responsible. You can gently thank that part, and let it know that for now, it can rest too. Nothing in this moment requires defense. Nothing in this moment requires readiness. The doors are closed. The lights are steady. The night is quiet enough. You are safe enough to release control. If a thought tries to pull you back into planning or reviewing, you can simply notice it and let it pass without engagement. There is no conversation to win here. No memory to perfect. No outcome to rehearse. You are allowed to be unfinished tonight. You are allowed to leave things incomplete until morning. The body knows how to sleep. It has done this thousands of times before. You are not learning something new. You are allowing something natural. With each gentle breath, the body may grow slightly heavier. With each exhale, some small layer of effort can dissolve. The muscles around the eyes soften further. The tongue rests fully. The shoulders widen. The hands still. The chest rises and falls quietly. The stomach releases. The legs settle deeper. If there is any remaining tension, you do not need to fight it. Even tension can rest. Even alertness can grow tired and quiet. Time becomes less important now. There is nowhere else to go. Nothing else to do. Just this slow easing. Rest does not need to be dramatic. It does not need to be noticeable. Sometimes it arrives so quietly that you only recognize it later. You may drift. Return briefly. Drift again. Each drift slightly deeper than the last. Each return softer than before. There is no requirement to stay fully present. If the words become distant, that is fine. If they blur together, that is fine. If you forget them entirely, that is perfectly fine. Your body is doing the real work. Releasing. Settling. Repairing. Restoring. The mind can grow quieter not because it is forced to, but because it no longer needs to carry the day. Breathing steady. Heartbeat calm. Body supported. Night surrounding you gently. And as awareness continues to soften, sleep can approach without effort. Not because you chased it. Not because you earned it. But because you allowed it. You can let go. Further now. And further still. Until rest continues on its own. And as you continue resting there, supported and steady, you may begin to notice how little is actually required of you in this moment. The body does not need to achieve anything. The mind does not need to solve anything. Even the simple act of listening can become softer, less deliberate, less effortful. Throughout the day, you carry subtle layers of readiness. Small muscular tensions that prepare you to move, to respond, to think ahead. Now those layers can slowly dissolve. Not all at once. Not dramatically. Just gradually, as if the body is remembering that it does not need to remain on guard. You might notice the weight of your head resting more fully. The back of the neck releasing tiny degrees of effort that you were not even aware of before. The shoulders spreading slightly outward, no longer narrowing in anticipation of tasks or conversations. Your breathing may begin to deepen without your involvement. The inhale arriving gently. The exhale extending just a little longer than before. And in that longer exhale, there is a subtle signal sent through the nervous system that says it is safe to slow down. Safe to soften. Safe to drift. There is nothing unfinished in this moment that needs attention. Even if something remains unresolved in your life, it does not belong to this hour. This hour belongs to rest. And rest does not require perfection. It is enough to simply be here. As awareness continues to move slowly through the body, you may begin to sense a quiet heaviness spreading from the center outward. The chest growing calmer. The stomach loosening. The hips settling more fully into the surface beneath you. If a thought appears about tomorrow, you can acknowledge it briefly and then let it pass, the way you might watch a cloud drift across a night sky without needing to follow it. There is no benefit in rehearsing the future right now. The future will unfold without your assistance tonight. Your only task is to rest. And even that is not really a task. It is an allowance. You are allowing the body to return to its baseline. Allowing the heart rate to settle into a steady rhythm. Allowing the mind to release its grip on planning and reviewing. Notice how the muscles of the face continue to soften. The forehead smooth. The eyes resting deeper. The jaw loose and neutral. even the tongue resting gently without pressing. Small adjustments may still happen automatically. A shift of the leg, a repositioning of the arm. These are normal. The body finding its most comfortable position for sustained rest. There is no need to evaluate those movements. They happen, and then stillness returns. If you listen closely, you might notice that the quiet around you feels different than the quiet of the day. Night quiet has a certain depth to it, a steadiness, a slower rhythm. You are part of that rhythm now. Breathing in, breathing out. Nothing to improve. Nothing to optimize. Nothing to control. The system understands how to sleep. It has been practicing since childhood. You are not required to instruct it. You are only required to stop interfering. If the mind tries to analyze whether you are relaxed enough, that analysis itself can be released. There is no measurement happening here. No grading. No performance. You are not trying to relax. You are simply letting tension fall away. Layer by layer. Some layers may release quickly. Others may take longer. Both are acceptable. The hands may feel heavier now. The fingers resting without subtle contraction. The forearms warm. The shoulders fully supported. The chest rising and falling in a calm rhythm. The abdomen soft and unguarded. The thighs sinking slightly deeper. The calves resting. The feet still. It may begin to feel as if the boundaries of the body are slightly less defined. Not disappearing, but softening at the edges. The distinction between where you end and where the surface begins becoming less sharp. That softening is a sign of transition. The mind does not need sharp edges right now. Sharpness belongs to daylight. Softness belongs to night. If memories drift through, they can remain unexamined. There is no need to revisit conversations or correct past moments. Whatever happened has already completed itself. It does not need further refinement tonight. You can be imperfect and still rest. You can be unfinished and still sleep. You can be uncertain and still feel safe enough in this moment. The body grows heavier with each quiet breath. The exhale lengthening just slightly. And in that lengthened exhale, there is permission. Permission to release. Permission to loosen. Permission to drift. You may notice that listening becomes more distant to you. The words blending together in places. Awareness narrowing gently like a dimmer switch, slowly lowering the brightness of a room. Nothing abrupt. Nothing sudden. Just gradual dimming. And in that dimming, the nervous system continues its descent from alertness to restoration. The heart rate steady. The breath unforced. The muscles quiet. Even the effort of thinking can decrease. Thoughts may still appear, but they carry less urgency. They feel less compelling. Easier to ignore. Easier to let pass without commentary. If you briefly lose track of what was just said, that is natural. It means the mind is disengaging from active processing. You do not need to pull yourself back. Let drifting happen. Let the small gaps in awareness widen. Let silence stretch between thoughts. There is nowhere else to be. Nothing else to accomplish. Just this slow easing into deeper rest. And as the body settles further, you may begin to sense a kind of internal quiet that was not available earlier in the day. A subtle calm that feels stable and steady. You are not trying to create that calm. It emerges when effort recedes. And effort is no longer required. Breathing soft. Body heavy. Mind quieter now. Less movement. Less intention. Less involvement. You may drift. You may return briefly and drift again. Each time softer than before. Each time deeper than before. Sleep does not need to be chased. It comes when the system feels safe enough. And you are safe enough now. Supported enough. Still enough. And as the final layers of the day continue dissolving, rest can carry you the rest of the way without your assistance. Quietly. Naturally. Without effort. As the body continues to rest there, supported and unhurried, you may begin to sense how different this moment feels from the rest of the day. There is a quiet quality here that does not demand anything from you. No outcome needs to be produced. No problem needs to be solved. The simple act of lying here is already enough. Throughout the day, you move through countless small adjustments. Shifting posture. Responding to messages. Interpreting tone. Planning ahead. Even when you are not consciously aware of it, the mind remains active in subtle ways. Now those subtle activities can begin to power down. You might imagine that somewhere deep within the nervous system, a switch has been gently flipped from engaged to restore. Not abruptly. Not dramatically. Just gradually, as if dimming the lights in a room one notch at a time. The breathing continues, steady and automatic. With each exhale, there is a soft signal traveling through the body that says, it's safe to let go a little more. The muscles respond quietly. The heart rate eases. Even the small stabilizing muscles along the spine begin to relax their grip. You may notice a sense of warmth spreading through certain areas, or perhaps a pleasant heaviness in the limbs. These sensations do not need interpretation. They are simply signs that the system is shifting out of vigilance. If a thought appears that tries to evaluate whether you are relaxed enough, you can let that thought dissolve as well. There is no threshold you must cross. No level you must reach. Sleep is not something you pass a test for. It is something the body does when it feels secure. Security does not require perfection. Security only requires enough steadiness. And this moment is steady. Your face continues to soften. The tiny muscles around the mouth loosen. The forehead smooth. The eyelids rest without effort. There is no need to hold any expression. No one is observing you. No one is expecting anything from you. The shoulders grow heavier now. Not collapsing. Just settling. As if they finally understand they are not responsible for holding the world up tonight. The arms rest fully. The elbows comfortable. The wrists loose. The hands open and neutral. The chest rises gently. The breath flows in and out without instruction. There is nothing to optimize. Nothing to improve. If the mind briefly drifts towards something unfinished, you can gently remind yourself that unfinished does not mean urgent. Unfinished can wait. Tomorrow will have its own time. Right now, the only direction is downward. Down into stillness. Down into quiet. You may begin to feel as though the edges of your awareness are softening. The room around you fading slightly from importancy. The surface beneath you becoming more present than anything else. The body knows how to surrender to gravity. It has practiced this thousands of nights before. You are not teaching it something new. You are allowing it to remember. Each breath carries you a fraction deeper. Each exhale releases another thin layer of effort. The jaw rests. The tongue rests. The throat open and easy. The chest calm. The abdomen soft. The hips heavy. The legs steady and still. There is no danger here. No immediate demand. No requirement to prepare. Even listening can begin to fade into the background. If the words become less distinct, that is natural. If they blur slightly, that is a sign of transition. The mind does not need to stay sharp. Sharpness belongs to activity. Softness belongs to rest. And you are entering softness now. You might notice brief moments where you forget what you were thinking about. Small gaps in awareness. Tiny spaces where nothing in particular is happening. Those spaces are invitations. You can let them grow. You can let silence stretch a little longer between thoughts. There is no need to fill the quiet. The quiet is doing its own work. Breathing slow. Body heavy. Mind drifting. If, at any point, you feel yourself returning to clearer awareness, that is fine. There is no setback. The process is not linear. It moves in waves, each wave bringing you slightly closer to deeper rest. You are not trying to control the waves. You are floating with them, supported, carried, unforced. The heartbeat steady and reliable. The breath smooth. The muscles no longer negotiating. The nervous system continuing its gentle descent. It may begin to feel as though time itself is stretching. A minute passing without clear memory. A sentence fading before it fully forms. That fading is welcome. You are allowed to disappear into it. Nothing needs your supervision right now. Nothing needs your management. You can step away from responsibility completely for this stretch of time. And as you continue resting there, the final layers of the day may begin dissolving without you noticing exactly when they fall away. Thoughts thinning. Sensations softening. Awareness narrowing. Drifting. And drifting again. Sleep does not need effort. It only needs permission. And permission is here. And as you remain here, resting without effort, you may begin to notice how deeply the body has already settled compared to when you first lay down. The shift may be subtle. A little more heaviness. A little less thinking. A little less urgency in the background. There is nothing dramatic about this transition. It is quiet. Gradual. Almost unnoticed. And that is exactly how it is meant to be. The body prefers gradual change. It trusts slow descent more than sudden silence. Your breathing continues to guide the pace. Each inhale arriving softly. Each exhale extending just slightly longer than before. That longer exhale carrying a quiet signal through the chest and abdomen that says it is safe to continue letting go. You might sense that your hands feel different now. Warmer, perhaps. Or more distant. The fingers resting without subtle adjustments. The forearms fully supported. The shoulders no longer holding even small layers of effort. The neck released from the quiet responsibility of keeping the head alert. The muscles along the back, soft and neutral. Even the small stabilizing muscles that usually prepare you to move have grown quiet. You are not preparing to move anywhere. You are not preparing to respond. You are simply resting. If thoughts still drift in from time to time, they may feel slower now. Less sharp. Less convincing. As if they have lost some of their urgency. You do not need to argue with them. You do not need to push them away. You can allow them to dissolve on their own. The mind's beginning to understand that it is not required to stay active. The body is beginning to understand that it is fully supported. And when both of those understandings settle in at the same time, something deeper begins to happen. A quiet, internal drop. Not falling. Not collapsing. Just descending gently into a lower state of effort. Your heartbeat remains steady and even. The breath smooth. The abdomen rising and falling with minimal involvement from you. You may begin to feel that awareness itself is becoming smaller. Narrower. Less spread across the room and more centered somewhere deep inside. The outside world becoming less relevant. The inside becoming softer. The edges of sound blurring slightly. Even the awareness of your own position in the room may begin to fade. There is only the sensation of being supported. The steady rhythm of breathing. The simple fact that nothing needs to happen. This is the point where many people try to check whether sleep is coming. You do not need to check. Checking brings alertness back. Instead, you can allow not knowing. You can allow the process to unfold without supervision. Sleep often arrives when supervision stops. You may notice tiny lapses now. Moments where you are not entirely sure whether you were listening. Small blank spaces in memory. These are gentle doorways. You can let yourself walk through them without hesitation. If you drift and then briefly return, that is part of the rhythm. Each return softer. Each drift deeper. Your breathing may become quieter now. The chest moving less. The abdomen doing most of the work. The body conserving energy. Restoring. Repairing. The mind stepping back from analysis. You are allowed to disappear into this. You are allowed to let awareness thin out completely. There is no risk in letting go here. Nothing will be missed. Nothing will fall apart because you stopped managing it for a while. The world continues without your supervision. And you can rest inside that truth. Heavier now. Quieter now. Slower now. The muscles of the face fully at ease. The jaw slack and neutral. The tongue resting. The eyelids undisturbed. The shoulders wide. The arms heavy. The legs still. If any final tension remains, it can soften on the next exhale. And if it does not soften immediately, that is fine too. It can remain without interfering. There is nothing to correct. Nothing to perfect. Nothing to achieve. Only this steady descent. Breathing in. Breathing out. Longer exhale. Deeper quiet. Thoughts fewer. Spaces wider. Drifting. Drifting again. You may not notice the exact moment when sleep takes over. It rarely announces itself. It simply replaces awareness quietly. And that quiet replacement may already be beginning. There is nowhere else to be. Nothing else to prepare. No one expecting anything from you in this hour. You can surrender completely. Further now. And further still. Let the final fragments of the day dissolve without review. Let tomorrow remain untouched until morning. Let this moment hold you fully. And as everything continues to slow and soften and thin out, rest can complete the process without you needing to guide it any further. Sleep can come. Naturally. Steadily. Without effort. You're still here. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Still safe. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. You're still here. You're still here. Just resting now. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. Still safe. It's okay to let go. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. You're still here. Just resting now. Still safe. Still safe. Still safe. Just resting now. Still safe. Just resting now. You're still here. You are still here. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. You're still here. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. You're still here. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. You're still here. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. Just resting now. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Just resting now. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. You're still here? There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. Still safe. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Still safe. Just resting now. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. Still safe. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. Just resting now. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. You're still here. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. You're still here. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. Just resting now. Just resting now. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Just resting now. You're still here. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Still safe. Just resting now. Still safe. Just resting now. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Still safe. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet.